I highly recommend the keto sushi roll crepes. They're a delicious dessert. I think you'll like them. I really do. All right, guys, we're gonna make the most exciting and trendy keto thing right now. We're talking about keto crepe sushi rolls. Wait, keto crepe dessert sushi rolls, even better. It's gonna be quite an impressive dish, hopefully, if I don't screw it up. To start it off, we do need to make our crepe base. So for that, you want a blender. This isn't really a blender. If you have a real blender, I think that would be better, but this is what I have. But you gotta use the tools you have and do the best you can, you know? First thing we're gonna want to put into our blender is 4 ounces of cream cheese, softened. This is pretty softened already. You can definitely soften yours like in the microwave or something if you want, but mine is already softened. So we'll just take 4 ounces of cream cheese, throw it in there. Although maybe mine isn't softened. Like, cause cream cheese is always soft. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's softened just cause it's soft. So we're gonna take it out, throw it in the microwave for like 10, 15 seconds to make it like truly soft. All right, now I'm gonna say it's truly soft. So we're gonna put it into there. And now we have 4 ounces of cream cheese. We then want 3/4 cups of almond flour. And I know you're asking, oh, but sweet David, that's what you're calling me now, I guess. How do you know it's almond flour? Because I wrote it with a marker on a label. We're fancy here in Dave's kitchen. All right, there's a 1/4 cup, and then we want a 1/2 cup. I have a 3/4 cup somewhere, but this is fine, this is easy. It says blanched or unblanched or, oops, don't hold things upside down like that. It says blanched almond flour. This does not say whether or not it was blanched, I don't remember. We then want to add into this same bowl 4 eggs. But I've been having bad cracking luck lately, so I'm gonna crack them into a bowl first. And a lot of you tell me to crack the egg on the counter, not in the bowl. But then some of you tell me to crack it on this side of the bowl, so I don't know what I should do. There you go, 4 eggs into this mix. You now want to add 2 tablespoons of granulated erythritol or like swerve granulated, something like that. A sweetener, it could be like a monk fruit sweetener as well. 2 tablespoons of that. And then we add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is a little 1/2 teaspoon, so you'll see me doing it twice. Then we want a 1/4 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Almond breeze is what we're going with today. 1/4 cup of that, there you go. Then we're going to add 1 pinch of salt. Now, I'm not being super experimental with this base recipe for the crepe base, because this is like just your basic crepe, keto crepe recipe. I think this one's moderately proven, like people have done it before. And I wanted to go with something that would most likely make a real good keto crepe as our base, because really where we're experimenting is the creating of the dessert sushi roll. So I wanna make sure we get the base right. So hopefully this is just perfect. Let's mix it up. All right, so here we go. Blend, blend, blend. All right, so our bladder, I said bladder. Our bladder should be full. No, our batter should be blended up. As far as bladder goes, it's really up to you where you want to be at this moment. You have options, hopefully. I'm just getting some off the sides. Feels pretty good. I might just, for 1 more second, blend it. Oops, and make a mess. Why, David? Why do you do the things you do? And now we need to, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. We need to let this rest for 5 minutes to get all the bubbles out and stuff. So, you know, let it sit while you're waiting. Set your skillet up on the stove to get it heated up, because we're gonna cook the crepes over on the stove top. All right, folks. So now is my first attempt ever in my entire life to make a crepe. We're gonna butter this, and if the butter turns brown super fast, we'll kind of know it's too hot. All right, it doesn't seem like it's too bad. I'm gonna take a 1/4 cup measuring thingy, fill it up and dump it in the middle. And then immediately, we're gonna kinda move this around to make it a nice, big, thin crepe. And I already see a chunk in there, which means we didn't do the best job. Hopefully that's good. I wonder if I had to make it go all the way to the outside. I'm not sure. Maybe. It's too late now. Let's let it cook for a minute, and then we're gonna try to, when it starts cooking, see that chunk? What is that chunk? I don't know what that is. Maybe a little almond flour? That's not ideal. Okay, so it looks like it's an okay texture so far. Let's let it cook a minute longer, and then we're gonna try to flip it, and hopefully it goes well. Smells like a crepe. I was looking online, they have these like little wooden T-shaped things that you're supposed to put onto the dough and then spin, and then it makes it like a completely flat crepe. I don't have that, but that would have been nice. I need a plate. This looks pretty promising. I do think I should have spread it out a little further, because there's a thick spot here. Don't want to burn it. It's not brown. I'm gonna let the bottom get a little brown. All right, so we got a little browning going on here on the thinner parts. Let's kind of, yeah, I think we're really pretty much ready to flip. The problem is maybe that's too small of a spatula. Let's try to get the spatula under here and flip. All right, you know what? That wasn't terrible. This is recoverable. Hot, maybe not. It's burning my fingers. Dang it. All right, well, we failed. First one fail. Let me get a bigger spatula. That is what we need, that spatula. All right, so anyways, we got like little pieces of a crepe. It's not terrible, but I want to try again. I'm not happy with that. Butter it up again. Okay, take a 1/4 cup of the batter, like so. We're gonna kind of swirl it around on the pan again, so it's nice and thin, like so. Kind of is what it is. All right, now let's let it get brownish again. We're gonna try to flip it. All right, so this is looking pretty close. We got some browning on the edges again. Let's take a peek at it. I'm nervous. Wait, let's try to move it around. Yeah, see, it's still a little stuck. That's probably not good for my stovetop, is it, to do that? Let's get this little corner up a little. Let's give it another second. Just give it, I'm nervous. I don't wanna mess it up, but I also don't wanna burn it. So let's see if we can get the spatula under. Whose crepe has your spatula been under? Flip, boom, not bad. A little crispy, but you know, we're still learning. We're making crepes, keto style. I don't think I looked as cool as I thought I was gonna look when I did that keto style thing. I don't think that's the catchphrase for me. I don't want it to burn this side, but I do want it to finish cooking in a couple more seconds. Should I have buttered it? I probably should have buttered it before flipping it. I didn't think about that. All right, we're gonna take it up. All right. We're calling that good enough. There's crepe number 1. It worked. So we've got a good baseline for the crepes. I'm gonna make a few of them, at least 3, because I'm trying to make 3 different dessert crepes. My goal is to make 3 of these successfully, and then we'll be back once I have 3 completed ones, and we'll get on to the dessert sushi roll part. All right, guys, so our crepes, I made 3 of them. I've got batter to make 4. I probably can make 5 or 6. I can make more than this. But for the expediency of the video, I'm just gonna stop here. I'm gonna set these aside. We're gonna now make our dessert toppings. We're gonna make 3 different style sushi rolls. Hopefully they don't fall apart because they're pretty scary, flimsy. But anyways, I'm gonna put those to the side and let's get to the toppings. So our first topping is gonna be a cottage cheese cheesecake raspberry. Now, you can definitely blend up your cottage cheese in a food processor if you don't like the chunks. I clearly am just being lazy. I mean, I totally probably should. I think it would be a better product if I did blend mine up, but I'm not going to because you don't have to. It's just a texture thing. 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. A tablespoon of powdered keto sweetener. I'm gonna use Swerve Confectioners. I like this one. And if you want it a little sweeter, you could do 2 tablespoons, but we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of that. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, like so. And then we want a 1/4 cup of fresh raspberries, like that. Now I'm gonna stir this up. Now when I stir it up, some of the raspberries could break a little. That's okay, it's not a big deal to me. We want the flavor to blend in. And again, if you don't like the little chunks in the cottage cheese, you can blend this before you add the raspberries and stuff. Or after, honestly. It could just be a big blend mix. But that's gonna be topping number 1. Done and dusted. Really easy, guys. Really easy dessert crepe. Set this aside, work on number 2. Now you could also add a little lemon zest to that. That would actually be good too. I will say another way you can do it if you want to is mix all the cottage cheese and sweetener and then layer that onto your crepe and then add the raspberries if you don't want them to break up. I liked the idea of them breaking up and having that raspberry flavor mixed in throughout the cottage cheese. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You could kind of customize it for your preference. All right, for number 2, we want a 1/4 cup of dark chocolate chips or light chocolate chips. Just make sure they're keto. These are the Lily's. It's my favorite one. Although if you eat too much, you get a stomach ache, so be careful with these. I wonder if we should just be applying this to the crepes as we go. I'm kind of tempted to. For example, you could take this raspberry filling and just kind of throw it onto this one. Well, we're gonna do sushi style, all right? So I'm gonna put them on the edge here. Should we try this one? Let's see how it goes. This will give us a good idea of if this is gonna be a success or not. It looks good so far. Yeah, perfect. So that's number 1, our raspberry crepe. We could even have put more filling in there if we wanted to. Now number 2, we're gonna take a couple of sliced strawberries, about a 1/4 cup worth. Okay, and we're gonna set those onto the crepe, like so. Maybe just 1 strawberry, I mean, however you wanna do it. We're gonna take some of the dark chocolate chips. I'm realizing like the 1/4 cup of dark chocolate chips is for multiple. We're just making 1 for now as a test. That's good. Then it says a little whipped cream. Now, this is a sugar-free one. They also make some keto ones. There's also, of course, normal whipped cream, which is 1 carb and 2 tablespoons. I'm kind of tempted to just use the real one. This one is 0 carbs. I mean, I'm not even gonna use a tablespoon, like so. So, I don't know. Choose what you want, pick your poison. And then we roll that up sushi style. And that is our dessert crepe number 2. Now the last one, which is already in poor condition. This one I'm pretty excited about. Coconut cream is what we're gonna start off with. We're gonna take 2 tablespoons of coconut cream. Oh wow, that's weird. It's like chunky. Is this supposed to be chunky? 1 and 2. I got the non-chunky part. 2 tablespoons of our powdered erythritol swerve stuff, like so. We're gonna stir those 2 together. Then, again, this is probably not the right crepe to have done this one for because it's kind of a liquidy one. Dump some on the crepe. Then we're gonna add some unsweetened coconut flakes and then a little bit of chopped almond. Those are slivered and blanched. Not really what I wanted, but it'll work. And then we're gonna try to roll this one up. This one's gonna be a little tougher because it's so liquidy. It'll be the thin crepe. That one might fall apart. Anyways, at the end of the day, we end up with 3 crepes. And since we're going with sushi, you know, let's bring out the ridiculously overbearing, you know, Japanese sushi knife. And we'll just chop it into like a sushi roll, like so. We'll do it for a couple of them. Chocolate chips are hard to cut through, guys. Don't judge. We did it. We did it, guys. I would say we did it. Like visually, we did it. Let's see how the flavor is. All right, here we go. That's a very good dessert. Very good keto dessert. It's funny, I realize I always go, when I like something. I just like say yes. Yes, we did it, guys. We did it. Let's try the strawberry one. Also really delicious. Let's try the coconut cream one. That one's also great. Actually, the coconut one would be even better if you threw some of the chocolate chips in it. All right, so I would say this is a success. You could put more filling in it too. This one has a good amount of filling. The other 2 need a little more. I highly recommend the Keto Sushi Roll Crepes. They're a delicious dessert. I think you'll like them. I really do. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit the like. We'll see you next time. I can also confirm, if you put them all together like a mega crepe, that's the most delicious because you get all the flavors at once. Yum.